So I first isolated the center heater by going into each box. First I just removed this one from the sequence, and that one worked on the end, but this one still did not work. So then I removed that one from the sequence by going into this box and just leaving off the wire that went to this one. So then that isolated this one, and still didn't work. So then I opened up the panels on the side, tested and this one was good. This one feels really solid. But when I pulled this one, as soon as I started grabbing the wire nut to pull it out, the black wire just came right out. So apparently when I was tucking them in, it wasn't tight and it let loose. Or it was kind of tight and then it let loose. But either way, it was loose, and that's why it wasn't working. Tightened it up, turned it on again so that just the center one was on, and it worked great. Left it on a while, went ahead and did some tear out over here, and now I've let it cool down. So now what I'm going to do is tuck the wires back in. I'm not going to put the end panel on, I'm just going to tuck them in and turn the breaker on, turn it up, and make sure it's working before I put that end panel on. And then once that's working, let it cool down again, put the end panel on, maybe test it again, maybe not. And then I'm just going to gradually add each heater to the sequence, one at a time, and test in between. It's not a rush. I got other stuff I'm working on anyways. This is really looking good. The furnace is, all the ductwork is really getting it down here. I still have an issue over here. I'm going to have to, I can't get that out and it looks terrible. So I guess my only option is to grind it. Can't think of any other option at this point. Got some hangers to remove here. I'm about ready to pull this big thing off here, the top. And then after that, it will be this, the ductwork going outside, the vent. Remove that, save that pipe for other uses, but there's no sense in leaving that. That's just gonna, it's not needed. So that's where we're at. And I really need to get the shop vac down here and start vacuuming, because it's a mess. There's just gobs of dirt up in here. You can see. So it'll be really nice to get that all cleaned off. And there's a bunch of these. This is just one spot. Okay, so we're gaining, and let's get the heaters back working, just one at a time, and make sure everything's good. Because even though it was a wire here that definitely was doing it, what if there's two parameters that were affecting this? So I'm going to put in one at a time, and that way I'll feel better about my wiring, which I think is right, but you know, let's make sure. It needs to be in parallel is the key for electric heaters.